Hello everybody, today I will share with you what I know about the subconscious mind. So, the subconscious mind can be compared to as an iceberg where 10% of the iceberg, the one that we see, the one that is on top, that's our conscious mind, what goes on in our head on a day-to-day basis. And then in the other 90%, the one that we rarely get to see, is where most of our memory is stored. And that's incredibly useful because if you were to think of every memory you had consciously, for example, what you ate every day of your life, even though it's there because you remember it, it's in your subconscious mind, because it's like computer RAM, you would get overwhelmed if you had it in your mind all the time. So that's why it's good that the subconscious mind is there and it takes up this large portion. That's where also habits, things from the past, and most importantly for us, emotions, they all are hidden, or emotions from the past, they are all in the subconscious mind. And that's interestingly one of the reasons why the famous law of attraction doesn't work. It works, but both for conscious thoughts and subconscious thoughts. That means that if you are actively trying to think positively, it will not work if subconsciously you're thinking all of these bad stuff and negative things. So it will not work, even though it absolutely works. So, through the way that we are conditioned from society, parenting, people around us when growing up, most of us, have a smelly bag of shit in those 90%, like a really smelly one. And it sometimes, often, to be honest, the smell reeks into our daily lives. And that's when we get what is called being triggered. We always hear, oh, trigger warning, trigger this, trigger that. That's what trigger actually means. It's what's stuffed down there, this smelly bag of shit. It comes up to the surface to the 10%, and you just feel it and you're like, ugh. That's what social anxiety is. That's what rage is. People who get really angry out of nothing. It's exactly that. It's that the anger shit just coming up, and then everything smells there. Everyone is angry, screaming, crying, everything. And so when we are triggered, we either have no idea, and usually people, when they have no idea, they like to blame things. For example, if you start being incredibly angry in car traffic, it's easy to blame the person in front or the traffic in general, but it's actually the reason for this immense anger is that it's been inside there in the subconscious, being stuffed down in the 90% for most of the time. Some people have an idea after they start to know more about this type of work, but they're still not in control of it. They're just feeling a bit stuck by these emotions. And then the best case is when, after you've done some releases of what's in 90%, is when you're in somewhat in control. And depending, I mean, if you're in control, then you know what the right thing to do. The right thing to do when you get triggered is to let go and to do one of the releases. And that is because when you are triggered, the thing that is down there stuffed is now almost up here. So you can more easily access it, and you can process it and let go of it because it's moved up a few of the barriers of resistance. And usually it's still down there. There is a lot of resistance to even noticing it. But when we're triggered, it comes closer to the surface, closer to our awareness, where we can grab it, experience it fully, and let it go. So yes, that's how the subconscious mind works and how we stuff things down there. In the next few videos, you'll understand more about how things get stuck there, and also around the whole process of freeing up what is down there and feeling lighter and happier in your day-to-day life.